Hi, today we're going to do some energy tapping for trauma, and we're going to focus on the feelings of shock and fear. If you've ever had a traumatic experience, then you can probably relate to these feelings that came along with the experience, especially right in the very beginning. And it's essential that we help your body regulate these feelings of shock and fear first before you move on to any other parts of that traumatic experience. And so I always say it's great to start with shock and fear, even if you're not sure if that is a feeling that is still remaining as a result of the experience. But it doesn't hurt to tap anyway. So as always, when we start tapping, you're going to scan your body and notice if there's any areas where you feel the feelings of shock and fear in your physical body. Now, you might say, I don't feel it anywhere. I don't feel anything. Sometimes shock can feel like you're numb, and it's hard to feel something that it doesn't have any feeling. So if that is how you feel when you're thinking about this experience, then just stay focused as much as you can on your whole body while we're tapping. So let's start with our acknowledgement of the shock and fear with the side of the hand point. And so repeat after me, even though I have this shock and fear, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have these feelings of shock and fear, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this remaining shock and fear, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, so now we're going to move to the top of the head. Remember to stay focused on your body, eyebrow point, side of the eye, under the eye, keep breathing as well under the nose. If you notice your mind wandering, just bring it right back, okay, to the under the lips point, and then collarbone. And then rub the front of the chest wall. Okay, and then the underarm point, which is on the side of your body, about 4 inches down. And then the edge of your rib cage. Okay, and then we'll move to the finger points, the inside edge of each fingernail, tapping the thumbs together. And then this is a great spot to take a nice deep breath and make sure you're focusing on the feelings in your body, going to each finger. Okay, and then the next hand. Okay, great. Now we're going to go to the brain balancer section, which is where you're going to tap the back of your hand between your ring finger and your pinky finger, right here on the very back of your hand. And you're going to keep tapping this the entire time, and I'll walk you through the steps. So first you're going to close your eyes, and then open your eyes, and then look down to one side without moving your head, and then look down to the other side, and then slowly roll your eyes in a big circle in one direction. Okay, and then the other direction. And then hum a few notes. And then you're going to count quickly to 20 by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And then hum again. Okay, good. Deep breath. Now notice if there's been any changes. It may have gotten worse, it may have gotten better, it may have stayed the same. It's okay. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just whatever you notice. So check back in. Notice maybe it's moved. Maybe you couldn't feel the feelings of shock before, and now you can. And so whatever has shifted, just refocus on that area. And we're going to go through the front points again. So start with the top of the head. Okay, and then the inside edge of your eyebrow. And then the outside edge of your eyebrow, of your eye, under the eye, under your nose, under the lips. Great, you're doing a great job, and just stay focused. Remember, that's the hardest part, is to bring your attention to what you're doing with the tapping and staying focused on those areas that feel unpleasant. Okay, and then rub the front of the chest wall. Okay, and then the side of your body. You can do either, you can do it this way. And then the edge of your rib cage. Okay, let's finish off with the fingertip points again, the fingernails. And just, this is a good time to take a nice deep breath. Okay. Noticing if you feel any changes happening. You might be yawning. That's really common. You might notice some burping. You might notice just tingling feelings. These are all signs that there are things that are regulating in your body. So now check back in and notice how the shock and fear feels. And if you still have some shock and fear, you want to run through and do this again. Thank you for tuning in, and hope to see you soon.